welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to episode 18 with the Balls Breakdown podcast with Mike and Matthew. And today we got three guests.
We have got three guests.
We have indeed. We got Mikey, Sophie, and Rodri Brain. Welcome.
He looks so.
I was hoping he'd say his first word then, and then nobody say hello.
That would be the funniest. We were just talking about it before we started.
Yeah, just for people listening, we were having a quick chat before we started. We just say it would be great if he had his first word on the camera and recorded. So that'll be your first one there.
Anyway, welcome both. Thank you for coming on. I know we've planned on it for a while, but someone decided to make a very swift entrance into your life and start a new world for both of you. But hopefully we'll talk all about it now in our podcast. Yeah. It's kind of what we're gonna not quite center around, but it's gonna be a big part of it. Obviously, you know, guests of the show. The first thing we always ask is, you know, to any of our guests, where did Balls start and how and kind of why, really. So we'll start with you, Mikey. How did Balls start for you, buddy?
Yeah, mad one. So my sister actually used to play up in Caira. Obviously, I used to live in Caira Park, where the green's literally just down the hill. Yeah. So I used to wander down, sit on the edge of the green, just watch for years, to be honest with you. And then
he's already breaking the set.
Oh, my mic out.
Yeah.
He's had enough to only hear that. So yeah, I wandered down one day. My sister ended up playing for a couple of months, and then I just literally ended up having a chuck with it. They used to have a good junior section back in the day. Just played on a Monday, and then they said, "Oh, you played on Saturday in the game," and I was like, "Yeah, carry on." And then literally, I've probably played every Saturday since then. So that's literally how I started.
Yeah.
And how old were you then?
2008, 2007. I can't even remember the year. So probably 11, 12.
Okay.
And to be honest, I played county that first year. We played that under 18 pairs tournament they still do now, and every year I played in it every year till I was 18. So it was literally from the off, just straight in comps.
Good catch,
getting used to it now. But yeah, my sister was the one, and then we dragged everyone in.
Yeah,
like Alex, my father.
Well, obviously, your father plays, your brother plays. We played.
But the junior section was really good because I didn't know you guys, but we used to play down Bridgend quite a lot, and Kenfigill.
Yeah.
And there used to be loads of juniors, and so we used to have a little league. So it was carnage. It was brilliant.
Oh, hopefully we get that soon.
Yeah. So your sister still play?
No, she won't be able to handle it. She's a bit of a chucker. She couldn't hold them back. Like
she's a chucker.
She's
a bright one, isn't it?
She's a chucker.
There's a bright one, isn't it? Huh?
Mr. Fire himself.
Yeah, I'm going to come back to that again. That's going to be more on this. Hello, Dad. Right. So, can you just start for you? Wait, did you move on from there?
So to be honest, the team sort of struggled for numbers for years when I was there. A lot of juniors faded away. We had 20 at one point, but it faded away to about 3 or 4 of us. I got it.
Yeah.
And then so COVID sort of came, and I made a call in COVID to sort of move to Pontrydyfen.
Right.
Travelling back from Merthyr with work, travelling places like Puthcall, so rushing for games. Short every week, and it just weren't something I was enjoying. And I always said to Sophie, if I didn't enjoy it, or if I sat mourning a lot, tell me, and I'll just get the game up. Like,
so with this Sophie, where did you meet Sophie in that process, then, Mikey?
So it was actually my first ever game indoors. Me and Sophie met. I played for Orgu at the time, and I played it was an East v West game in Radnor in Llandod. It's probably mine. And then Sophie actually skipped, so I was leading. Sophie was skipping on rink 1 in Radnor, and then I entered it down on Facebook, and that was it.
And the rest is really history.
It was renowned at the time. Everyone from Orgu never used to turn up.
I think she's sometimes might regret answering that message on Facebook.
She added me before we left the car park, so we were all right.
I haven't been there since.
No, she actually hasn't been to Radnor since, which is mad, really.
No.
Like
2012, that was.
Wow. That was the last. Was that the first time and last time?
Yeah.
It was.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to meet another Mikey there.
Okay, so we come back to Mikey. So where did it start for you, love?
It's like a family tradition, really. I think it was my great uncle who started playing outdoors in Park Howard, and then he had my father to start, and I think it was from then my grandparents played, my auntie and my uncles played, and then my brother started as well.
Right.
So most, I say, girls then would start and they'd probably go to ballet, but not me. I went then to bowls. In Llanelli, my grandmother was my coach. Yeah, so I was playing with her, like just in leagues and stuff, entering into 16 competitions as well then, and I was then trialing. So I don't actually know what age I was from a young start. But it's like all my family played. We were like the Bowling Davises in Llanelli.
Right.
And then similar then, I think it was COVID, obviously Llanelli was closed. It was a hospital during the COVID times, and it was then after. So when indoors restarted, most of them were going to Carmarthen to play, but it just made sense then for me to come to Talbot with Mikey. And since then, like, we've had great combinations with the girls.
Yeah.
I think me and Jodie won the Welsh pairs the first year being there, and we've always like got then to finals every year we've entered. So it's definitely worth, I think, paid off.
And the DJ League, you won the DJ
Yeah.
League 3 out of 4 years, wasn't it? Something.
Been worth the move to the Talbot.
Super Talbot. Well, you still are
We still are.
at the
For
moment.
now.
Yeah.
Literally where we moved, didn't it? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, how long you been together, you two?
13 years this year.
8th of December, well, 20th of October 2012, wasn't it?
That was the game, yeah.
That's when we met. And then,
John Llewellyn, we call him Cupid, bless
yeah, I
him.
call him Cupid, John Llewellyn from Newport. And fair play, every time we used to see him, bless him, he'd always ask about us both, wasn't it? And he's probably the reason we met. He put us on the rink, and that was it.
Yeah.
Has it helped in the relationship being both into both?
100%. Yeah.
Answer quicker,
wi-
Mikey.
Without a doubt. Like, I always say to people, like, the amount of bowls I play.
You do play a lot. I've
Yeah.
got it in you that some, yeah.
Very lucky, like, over the years as well. Even before the baby, like, I sometimes
Yeah.
would be on the green 5, 6, 7 times a week. And she, obviously, when we lived apart, I used to go to the green, then go over. So I used to be like, oh, I'm a bit late, like, but it'd be alright.
Sorry, I was stuck in traffic.
Squeeze
Doing
a-
an hour,
squeeze a roll
squeezing
up,
an hour out
yeah,
in the roll up.
Literally.
So, the bowling career for you, Mikey, how has it gone? Because to be fair, Matthew did all the research, and I don't know when did it sort of start kicking off? You said right in the start you got into county level straight away, did you?
Yeah. So I trialed every year for like under 25s and things like that, outdoors. Never really had much luck. Some years felt I was probably good enough, but just didn't get in. No complaints now, because looking back, like, the boys were then unbelievable. Like,
Yeah.
some of the, so it was around about 2018-19 when I won the Welsh indoor singles. So it that year just sort of come out of nowhere. I remember Sophie was telling me, and we always laugh about this. Nobody believes us, but it's true. Sophie had her 18th birthday, 21st. I
My
can't remember.
21st.
And I used to tell her the Welsh final all the time is roughly on her birthday. I said, I won't be in your 21st, and I'm gonna win the
This
singles.
was like September.
I kid you
before.
not, like, I'm not
And
even
I was like,
joking.
no, you're not. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to win it.
I said I'm gonna win it this year, and that year I sort of peaked in form. My form just come out of nowhere. It was unbelievable. But I had a really good summer as well that year. Like, got in. That was the first year I probably got in the full county team. I just felt form was good. It's bizarre, but I almost felt untouchable when I sort of said to you, like, I haven't been anywhere near that since. Well, not yet,
been.
but
You have
like,
been.
you have that little aura on the green, I guess, like, feel untouchable. And that year, I ended up winning the Welsh singles. And literally out of nowhere, it just sort of.
On my 21st birthday party, yeah.
Was it on your birthday, exact birthday?
Yeah, that was the joke. She was like, oh, I'm having a party on this date. And I kept going, I'm not going to be here. I said, I'm not going to be here.
Do you know, we had Keith Thorpe from down in Pembrokeshire come on when he won
Yeah.
the over 60s, not last year, year before, didn't he? And he was saying the same thing. He was practicing, and he felt he just thought, I'm going to win this year.
Yeah.
This is my year.
I've tried doing it every year since mine. It hasn't worked.
No. It hasn't
There's a difference
fallen on
between
a day.
saying and actually feeling it, though, isn't
but
it?
yeah, like, in fairness, everyone in Talbot, I turned up that year. I was practicing. I must have just looked different, like, sort of in the zone when I was practicing, because everyone was telling me, you look like you're going to win something, and I was going, no, I'll be alright. And every game, I didn't go in. I obviously went into it thinking I was going to win, but I was sort of going. My phrase that year was, I'll just chuck them up and see what happens, innit? And I remember after beating Di Kingdon in the semi-final of the Welsh, I went to the toilet before playing Ross, and someone asked me, all the best, mate. I think it was Barry Broad, and he said, "Oh, the best mate," and I went, "Oh yeah, just chuck him up and see what happens, innit?" And then obviously it happened. And every time I see him, he sort of says that to me now, like he couldn't believe.
Check it up and see what happens.
So
The
that-
attitude, yeah.
Was that the first big one? Yeah.
Literally, yeah. Fun fact, and I joke about it in Britain Ferry because like Andrew Cook, a lot of boys, new boys, they've won county titles. I've never won an outdoor county title, so I've been playing since 2007. Never won a county title. The first one was literally.
So, Welsh Cup, your first internationals. Did you play for Wales at any
Under
level?
18s
Under
or-
18 before that,
It
yeah?
was 2012 was my first ever year indoor. I had probably a good year that year. Obviously met Sophie as well.
Oh yeah, you had to throw that one in, didn't you?
Aw.
But
I
then
was trying to get something from you, Sophie.
I trial at the end. They used to be weird, so I used to trial at the end of the season, ready for the series the next year in the October.
Hmm.
So I trialed in the April. So obviously I went from leading with Sophie to skipping in a trial,
Yeah.
which was mad. And then I got in October 2013. So that was my one and only under 18 cap indoors. At the end of 25, took a few years later. It was about 2016 when I started to break into the team a bit. And then my first international senior cap was the year
Yeah.
2019 reserve, and then I come on to play a game.
And how many caps you've had since then, Billy?
I was only in 1920 and then a bit of a lull after COVID.
Okay.
Again, probably felt I should have been in, but it's just one of them things. It just is what it is.
Got a full house of
We got a full house. Yeah, they always say don't work with animals and children, and there we got two
We got
dogs,
both.
a cat, and little Rodri. So it's all happening. But that's life, and that's we're going to
Just
carry on.
keep going, yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to come back to your recent and last year's international,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that was your was
So
that the first one back then after
First
the
one
spell?
back
Yeah.
after
Okay.
COVID since, yeah. So.
Okay, so let's have a quick chat to Soph then. Soph, how's your career sort of panned out? I picked up from a conversation we had at the start. Your grandmother's the big influence on you.
Yes, so my grandmother has got Welsh titles, went Welsh International. I think she stopped playing bowls in, I think it was like 2001, 2002, or like international bowls
Yeah.
then. She stopped just before COVID, but she always asks me, she's our biggest supporter.
Oh, literally loves it.
Even though she's not there, like at the end, as soon as you finish, first phone call's always grandma.
Yeah.
She absolutely loves it, 91, and still wants to know what Mikey's doing every week.
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant. Like,
Yeah.
and they saw bowls mad, like the whole family.
Mm.
Like the first thing you go over, walk into the house and go, "Oh,
Bowls.
any games this week? You still in anything?" And it's like it's
Yeah.
constant. Isn't it?
So your career, how you started quite young,
Yes.
and when was success for you as you were going through?
Well, the only Welsh title I've won then is with the pairs with Geordie. I have played in under 18s.
Hang on a second. So anyway, back to you, Soph.
Yeah.
And these things happened, didn't they? So, you were telling us, yeah, you didn't have any Welsh titles.
No, so the only one I've got is the pairs with Geordie.
Yeah.
I have played in the under 18s. Back then, there used to be a rule that when you played for under 25s, you couldn't play for under 18s. So I actually was capped under 25s before I was capped under 18s then. So basically, they ran out of girls, I suppose, and the
Yeah.
rule you had to have two women playing. So yeah, the rule, like when it lifted then the year, I think it was actually the most. 4 of us got in, didn't we?
It was actually the year after I got in.
Yeah, it
that
was.
They lifted the rule, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, we
like
all.
Geordie, Sophie Wilcox, you might not know, and,
Yeah, me, Geordie, Lowry,
and Lowry Power.
were
So
four.
they
So
all
4 of
got
us
four.
got
Okay.
in then, and like it was always unheard because it was like
It was always
two.
just two women.
Did he say Mike then? I'm sure he said it. So how old are you,
Big
Mikey?
Mike. 29. Almost,
29.
Almost a big 3-0.
27.
Don't do the maths.
So I know the math because I'm a year younger than you.
The maths makes it sound a bit sus. It's not, it was all fine.
Okay, so you played under 25s, under 18s, and
Senior.
when
Only indoor though, 'cause I don't play outdoor.
you don't play outdoor at
No.
all.
Never
No.
have.
Do you know? No, do you
No.
know what? There's a
That
lot.
surprises
There's
me,
a lot
'cause
of people
Sophie's
don't
very good.
play outdoor.
So
innit?
one game for us this year.
Yeah, I played in the Britain Ferry Combine Centenary game.
Yeah.
That was hard work.
She can't track them up enough.
Everyone was saying it was fast. It wasn't
She's
fast.
you complete opposite players, you two. Sophie's very finesse, and you are full throttle in you, bud.
I think I played one for the Stradi ladies with my grandmother, and I think it was raining, and I said it's not for me.
Yeah.
And I've never played outdoors
A
since.
few women are rethinking that though now, aren't they? There's a few I think is Amy Williams didn't play outdoors.
Only in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and there's a couple more that don't play outdoors as well. Were the Packwood sisters?
Yeah, they don't.
They don't.
They used to. But I don't think they do anymore.
Okay. So
It's a weird one, I think, with the women. If they start indoors, they don't normally
Yeah.
go out. Whereas, like, I started out, then went in,
But it's
I
nice
did the
little
opposite.
break.
See, I started in.
then went out.
Yeah.
and we had Emma Gittins on with Carl Wood on the last episode. And she was saying she didn't play outdoors until quite recently.
Yeah.
Or
I
was
think-
it?
It's crazy.
Other
Not
way
good.
ar-
Like,
Oh, the other way around was
I
it?
think it was the other way around.
Was it the other way around?
Yeah, because she plays. She played a Beru for a long
Beru,
time.
Yeah,
Beru,
that's
yeah.
it.
So it's the other way
I
around.
think
Yeah.
it was the other way
probably a
around.
bit different about as well with the indoors. 'Cause there's not
But
much
Beru
of a-
have got so many
Yeah.
high quality women that
Fantastic.
play obviously
Yeah.
up there.
And
That
there's not much of a thing.
My
with
geography
indoors
one
and
good.
off.
I had to ask her where it was because I didn't have a clue what it was. So geography's not my specialty.
or the math, or the technical, or the
You just
talking's your good thing, innit?
I'm
You
good
just
at that.
talk a
I'm
lot.
good at talking.
sit-
So your first cap, full international lady cap, when was that?
That was meant to be 21. I think it was cancelled. It was Ireland, wasn't
Oh.
it? Belfast.
full, yeah. So it would have been just after COVID.
It was we had the two series in
would
the
have
same
been-
year.
She was reserve in the Tlelley one. There you go. She
Yeah.
doesn't know. Like,
I don't know
I'm the
dates.
admin guy.
I don't know
In
dates, don't know
Tlelley
how many,
2020,
don't ask.
she was reserve. And then the one after, so it was one after COVID. They played two or three in the same year.
Yeah.
So it was October, yeah.
Here we go.
He's blowing bubbles at his father. Nobody can see it on
Give me
camera, but he's
kisses,
so
yeah,
cute.
honestly, all the time. The
Daddy's
dogs as
boy.
well.
Is he?
So we'll jump kind of forward recently, because obviously how old Rodri's, still very new for both of you. And we'll stick with you there, so because obviously one of the big questions we wanted to kind of talk about is because you bowled quite a long way into your pregnancy with Rodri.
Too
Yeah,
far.
so I think my
I would-
last game
yeah.
was, I think, the championship against Cardiff, and that was November time. And I couldn't play my backhand. My belly was too big.
Do you know what? I have the same problem. I do. So I can
Mike's
totally
always a
understand.
dodgy back.
Totally
Dodgy
understand.
forehand as well.
Yeah,
So how far pregnant were you then when you that game?
well, I was due New Year's Eve,
I think
so
that was the 16th of November. So
Yeah,
I remember.
it was
days.
a couple of weeks
Six
in
so I
weeks.
must,
November.
yeah.
6
The
weeks.
only reason she
For
stopped
34
was because the 23rd was the baby shower. Otherwise
Yeah.
she would have carried on. Genuine.
So I remember you because we were meant to play together. I think the game before, and that moved over, and we were talking a couple of games before or after. We were talking about it, and you were like, "You shouldn't have played.
No.
You shouldn't have played."
Unbelievable, like.
So you
So-
couldn't stay away, could you?
No.
How did you find it? Because obviously there's going to be women who out there who might end up in the same situation you found yourself. How did you find that bowling? What was the toughest part of it?
For me, probably not being able to,
Play my backhand.
I don't know, go up off my bowl as much, just because I couldn't, or playing third, I couldn't measure, because I wouldn't be able to,
Slowing
Get
down, I
down.
think. When
Yeah.
You're, used
Yeah.
to
bowls is the only thing really I do, so I just wanted to keep, doing it and keep
Yeah.
as active as
Yeah.
possible then, but yeah, he was a big baby, and I had a
Yeah.
big bump,
He is a bruiser, isn't he?
yeah,
He's
chunk.
Like, it was at the
Answer
point
boy.
where she wanted to play second, when you were like, oh, just pick, because I was picking the team.
Yeah, I was
She's
like,
like,
put me second, I'm happy my scorecard, I'm going to go up and down, and he picks me third. The most walking.
Didn't have anyone else. That's
We
why.
needed it,
We
wasn't it?
needed
most
someone.
walking. I was playing with poor Billy, and I was like, Billy, I can't play my backhand. And he's like, it's a shot. I said, I can't do
And
it.
Billy's going, I can't play my forehand, so we're all right.
So, yeah.
Oh, bloody Billy.
Fun and games.
and what about the heat? Did you find it hot? Obviously, it's a
Indoors gets hot, doesn't it?
it can be hot.
'Cause
Certainly Martin likes to turn the heat up there when he's
Yeah.
playing, and
Well, you can play in shorts now. I think if it was still back in the
Oh.
trousers, probably not. But it wasn't too bad. Keep hydrated, but
It's been warmer in Talbot. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Over the years, honestly, it's tough, but it has been warmer. Oh, this baby, man.
So anyway, I don't know if you know this, but Rodri had a
switch.
little run around the front there, then jumped onto Mum.
First
He also-
steps,
He also said his first words as well. We missed it all on. We
Yeah.
had to cut it all out.
He just said bugger off. Off, was it fire? Was it?
Yeah, fire.
Quick.
Hurry.
So obviously, in terms of playing, would you, looking back again, would you still play that late into pregnancy again, or would you kind of call it quits a little bit earlier?
No, I'd still
Try.
continue. To do it. It's good to keep active, something to do. Otherwise, you just be sat in the house or sat on the side, which I don't really like doing.
Yeah, I know that.
Playing.
Because obviously the couple of, because we still had a few games obviously after.
Well, I played the international, didn't I? I had him.
You did
on
play the international.
That was the big one, I think.
That was the first, because both of you played that international,
This
didn't you?
was
when
the
it
first
was
one we
big
played at the same time.
Mm.
Obviously, it's over the 9 days, but
Yeah.
at the same time. But I think if you went for the international, I don't think she'd have played, especially with it being an home one.
Being
She's
Llanelli.
always wanted
Yeah.
the Llanelli series.
Grandma come down to watch that one.
Grandma
Yeah.
was there.
Ah,
And
And that's
Rodri.
the thing, like that
Mm.
was your thing. When
And well, first one as a parent as well, and obviously, how did that feel for you? I know you obviously probably tried hard to play in that. How was that like for both of you? Really, this question is for. But first time as a parent, having your baby there, what was that? Was it any different to any of the other ones? Was it?
No, there were plenty of babysitters on the side, didn't we?
There were a few of the. I did see the
Um,
brains down there for a while.
All the Davises
And the
were the ones
Davises
as
as
well.
well.
Yeah, there was plenty of babysitters. He was good as gold. Obviously, he was only young, so he slept for most of it. But
But it is mad. Like for me, I found it on a green, it makes a noise, and you know straight away. But it's like when your parents are watching on the side. If your mother's always the one, she'd laugh. Hopefully she don't watch this, but she'd sit on the side in a game, and if you bowl a ball, and it's not great.
and you
go
know,
in, and you know when
it's her.
you know it's her. You're going on. Come on.
And she doesn't play balls.
She don't play balls.
And
But
I got to talk about young Rodri was there, and somebody bought you a lovely little present, didn't they?
Oh, Alice.
Alice Button, yeah.
yeah.
And that present was because it was was it a baby grow or something?
It was a
t-shirt
Welsh
and a
jersey, wasn't
Welsh
it?
kit.
Yeah,
A Welsh
kit. And
kit.
It's #1, Mum and Dad's #1 supporter, Llanelli. We've got that in his memory box now.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that was actually lovely, wasn't it, to see
brilliant,
that.
yeah. He still wears the shorts now. Only now the shorts are fitting him.
And Trevor took us a lovely photo, didn't he, of all of
Yeah.
us? We've got that as well, which
Yeah,
is
fair play
lovely.
to Trevor. He took it. We
Mm.
took him outside. Well, he took us outside. A nice
Yeah.
photo, which you normally pay probably hundreds for, wouldn't it?
Yeah, fair play to
But nice
him.
little photo shoot at the front.
Lovely, lovely. Good memories, then, weren't they?
Definitely,
You know,
yeah.
to look back on.
It was a
Um,
good series too. To be
But
fair
and
for both.
that's where we were
That-
going to go next.
yeah.
I was going to
It
go
was a
into
big
that
one
series.
for the men. The men
Yeah.
did
Mm.
phenomenal. To be fair, we were up and watched did we watch the England game?
I didn't see any of the men. I don't think.
I went up. I know you didn't go. I went up. I went up on my own. Watched the England game, and that was a
It's probably my favourite. I always say it's a weird one, the internationals, because the 25s, especially the men, there's such a buzz around it. Like I remember when we went in Aberdeen, it's still not feeling like
yeah.
it's weird because a full cap, even though it's probably more, I don't know what you call it, like prestigious, or you should feel more thing about it, but it's not the same as the 25s with the boys, the atmosphere, and that English game was probably the closest it sort of felt like everyone united probably and just sort
Yeah.
of
Mm.
together. And
Did play different, like as a team,
Yeah,
all
it
in
was
one.
played so
Didn't you
much
beat?
differently,
Did you
but
beat England?
I think so.
Yeah,
Like,
the
it was only a
atmosphere.
couple of
One
shots,
shot.
wasn't it? Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
couple of
Shots.
shots or something. But it was a hell of a game because you look back at it and I'm pretty sure it was like you almost took it away from England at that
It's-
time.
I think I look back and it's the first time they've beaten England in years. I couldn't tell you the year now, but at the time I could. Even when they won it in 2004, I don't think they beat England. So it's
Yeah.
a really big one, yeah.
Do you think it's? 'Cause we had the same conversation with Carl, I know, but you think it's getting better? The men's. You think they're getting stronger?
I don't know. It's a tough one because I think indoors as a whole, I've said this to Sophie, I think indoors is sort of lacking a bit more than outdoors. It's sort of fading away a bit more. Like even
Yeah.
the Saturday games, probably not looking back before COVID,
Yeah.
not quite as competitive.
Okay.
So it is hard, I think, for the top players. I think we play enough bowls, especially the likes of Ross, Jared,
Yeah.
and probably playing far too much, if anything, as well. But
Because a lot of the times they're away that start of
Yeah,
the
it's
indoor
constant,
season, and
like
they
It's nearly become one season that it's just indoor outdoor just blending
yeah,
into
so I
the,
don't know how you
the
like
same.
people say about playing more, or I don't know how you can play more.
We got biscuits coming, Mike.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
for us.
No.
You don't want one of them.
Okay.
He's a grubber.
But I think the trouble is with the fringe players, like the team has always rotated the last couple of years, and there's always people on the fringes. So I don't know whether I don't know. It's one of them things. I think it
It's a
might have
tough one, isn't it?
clicked a bit more into Langley than it did every other year.
We go back to Netty though, but we'll go over to the ladies' side because I did watch a couple of games for the ladies, and if I'm right, our Debs played with you, didn't she?
She did. She was my
Yeah.
third.
Yeah. And as a rink,
It's a hell of a tough ring to win that.
you played all the best rinks, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a tough draw.
You did have a tough
I
draw.
think they must have known that, I'm only just coming back from bowls.
Because you played Kath Rednall for England
Yeah.
as their skip.
Skip.
And then you also had to play against Scotland. You had to play against Beth Reaver at 3 and Julie
And-
Forrest for
yeah.
the skip. Now,
Mad.
in terms of bowls in Britain, you can't get much bigger names at the moment than those.
No,
those in
especially after
there.
Potters that year.
Yeah.
Fair play to
Beth.
Beth,
She won,
outstanding,
yeah.
Yeah.
winning. But
But you'd actually you fought hard against Scotland as a rink.
Wasn't much in it.
yeah, I think we dropped 1-3, and then it was literally singular. Like we were always like thinking of the bigger board, especially in that game.
And it was, you were holding a few, and either one of them, the third or the skip, would come in
Yeah.
and take a 2 or a 3 away from you.
Yeah, it was
And that
definitely a
happened-
really good game, and we were on the end. We had the supporters on the side,
Yeah.
quite a few from Patalva.
There was a few of us down
Yeah,
there,
you brought Arthur along.
Yeah,
Arthur
we
was
did.
there.
Yeah,
Sophie loves it.
I love Arthur.
Arthur was there.
I love
Gotta
Arthur
tell,
didn't
for
mind
people
us.
who don't know Arthur Hunter, he's
Oh, my
from
dream.
Bridgend, he's a character, he's, what's he, 86?
God, yeah.
86, and he, all the
I've
women love him in
always-
Oh,
Potalba,
he's the
don't they?
best.
Like I've always known him. Like even when I was in Og with that, it was only a year, but I remember him on the side. There's whiskey and a lot
Yeah.
of
Whiskey, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh no, Arthur's like that all the time.
Yeah.
Every time he sees me now, he gives me a big hug.
Yeah,
I'm literally the same, and
yeah.
He's a hell of a boy.
So it was must have been a great experience. And no doubt, have you played them players or happened to play them players before?
I've played Beth in the N25s previously.
Yeah.
In the series. I don't think I've ever played Julie before. That was the first last year. Rednell
all the time.
all the time. I always get drawn Rednell, whether it's N25s or whether it's the seniors. I always get drawn Redders. So we'll see.
Literally every time. I think it's
Oh
right
yeah,
up in
it's
there.
like
Yeah,
you know,
we'll
it's-
see what hopefully the next.
I think she
internationals.
probably have Kath going, give me Sophie again, give me Sophie in the back,
No.
and they're like, okay.
But
It's like some backdoor shenanigans going on to get you
Yes.
playing against each other all the time. But you know that, going up and seeing it obviously in Clett, it was a good experience for someone like myself who's pretty new, didn't know many people there, only a handful, and being able to go obviously support Debs, and some of the Talbot ladies that played obviously in the international, and then obviously you Reese played together in the same rink, weren't you? In Cleffy, obviously from
That's
Talbot.
the first time me and him have ever played in the same
You
room.
know, other than that, I didn't really know too many people. You know, Billy went up, and Claire, his mother, was there, so I sat next to Claire for the men's game because I didn't know anyone else. I just sat there and watched. And I remember watching. We were on the far side. Ross was playing Jamie Walker, and you were kind of a couple in, and you know, you could see there was like for the whole.
Yeah, literally. That's
You know-
what I mean. Like, I wouldn't say the team better because there's still boys who probably weren't in
Yeah.
good enough to get in. But everyone was sort of fighting for that win.
Well, it was
which
tense
is-
for about 18
yeah,
ends,
it's
18,
unbelievable.
18, 19 ends for across the rinks. It was tense, and I think it was one rink of ours. I think it might have been Carl Wood's rink that they were up. They started getting up a little bit,
Yeah.
and there was a few that were only a handful down, and you could see the fight then in some of the rinks that were 6 or 7 down to keep it as close as possible. And then you had the close ones.
Against the English.
But then the close ones took the advantage in, and you know, you always look back in history of bowls, and you know, no matter who you are, we get the same story from a lot of people. It's like we were never quite turning the close ones, and that Clantley series for the men, especially that England game, looked like that was the case. You know, he was turning those short ones into the victories, those close ones.
Do you get the feeling in the game that you can do it, or do you get the feeling whatever we do, we're not going to quite get this one? It's always going to win.
They're the worst ones when you're turning up and you don't matter what you're doing and you're sort of going, it's just going to be one of them days.
It's just not going to happen.
You've got to accept it sometimes, and sometimes it can flip on its head. You can play 10 ends and all of a sudden you go, well, the next 10 all went that way, and it is what it is. But it's one of them games of two halves. But I think that English game, you could tell from the off.
It was,
and that's the thing. I think in international, it's 21 ends. You've got to remember, if you fade away on the 17th, which probably usually does happen, it can look a bit ridiculous. You can end up losing by 20-30, and you've actually played a tidy game. Just then 4 ends.
And you look at, and no disrespect to any of the Welsh players, because I'm not here to slander anything, but you look at the men's English and Scottish teams, specifically those two. There's some big names still playing.
Stars, isn't it? Especially in the bowl.
And that's the thing with even Ireland I'll probably feel the same principle as well. Ireland haven't won a single indoor event. Wales have only won. I think the men have won 5, the women have won 4. Yeah. And then England and Scotland are winning 20 plus a piece. Since the years that they have been doing it. And it's just the same case. It's like, to beat the team like that, if you're a Welsh or an Irish team at the moment, is like feels good, even if you don't win, or even if you don't come second, winning.
It's competing against them.
It's competing and having that drive through it,
And the women did that against Scotland, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's about everybody. You played probably the strongest rink Scotland could put out. You kept it tight as you could.
I think it was 6 shots.
And then Amy's bowl at the end.
Yeah.
That won that game, and everybody was so focused that day. Yeah. Yourself, Deb. We talked to Emma Gittins. I said I wouldn't have stood in front of Emma that day because she was on a mission. She was going to win.
When we played the men and women's game, I turned to Emma. We played that game against each other before the series. She was unbelievable. She was ridiculously good, and she had about 2 ends off, and I was like, thank God for that. Like I said, because it looked like at one point we were going to be the only men's ring to lose, but Emma was the Ule rink.
Don't worry. We had that. We talked to him in the last podcast. Me and Dad had to play when we went Port Talbot versus Isline and Isline. I was playing 3 to Rhys Daniel, and Emma and Carl were in our rank, and he was my 2. I played a cracking game. Like, I walked off that thinking I played really well.
He's only saying that because he wants me to say I was shit again.
No. But she just outbowled that, and I was like, I was drawing him to within a foot. She was drawing him to within half a foot, and it's like, what can you do?
Thankfully, that was the opposite. Emma was drawing him within thing, and I was trying to be fair, because otherwise it would have been. That was crazy. I remember telling Carl, I was like, she's phenomenal.
Well, you look at the, and go back to the women's. Obviously, winning Scotland. Dad ended up filming the last bowl on the podcast, put it on the podcast Facebook page, and the celebration after it was like you just won the whole thing, but that's what it means to us. I call us a smaller nation in terms of the bigger scheme of things, but a team like Wales beating Scotland, the powerhouse they were indoors, even this year, you probably have Beth Reaver at the top of, almost winning both pot. The Julie Forrester obviously beat her in the final of the women's singles.
I think the last time they beat Scotland was Llanelli in 2020 as well.
Was it?
Yeah,
so
and that was Amy Williams' last bowl as
Amy
well.
Was it?
It was almost like a deja
on
rink
vu.
one,
on
yeah.
rink 1.
And we were talking to John Price come on the podcast, and John was saying about when he was involved with Scotland, the amount of money that the Scottish Bowls put into their players and into the
it's
project.
Like Ireland
Same
now,
with Ireland now. Yeah,
they're
got so much funding
now.
after the Commonwealth.
The big thing for us as a I guess a nation in bowls is trying to match that now more than anything. You've got to stay relevant, and what you don't have is all these potential, because we do have potential. You look at Ross is obviously the example at the moment, being number 4 in the world outdoors. You do have the players in Wales. You've just got to find a way to help them a little bit now. And to be fair to Wales, they do it off all of them do it off the hard work on their own backs.
Just commitment on a green, and
it does. It's a big commitment, and obviously we mentioned it with obviously now being a parent and having to do all of what you're doing now with a kid is even harder. So it's like, how can we help you?
How has life changed for you now, both with bowls and babies?
you can go first. You haven't played.
Well, it hasn't changed for you because you just carry on doing what you want.
Just like
because
Sophie
she's
playing bowls,
Sophie
please.
does everything for you.
Yeah, so for you carry on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't play outdoors. That's the
Yeah.
majority of it. Like, obviously, we played the internationals when you were still really young.
Yeah,
And then indoors came to a close. So I
Yeah.
think September's going to be
the test.
Oh,
the test.
it'd be a
Yeah.
big
Yeah,
test. Like,
because
we've
you're obviously both going to carry on bowling. You know,
Yes.
you're going to both carry on bowling. That's not. So it's going to be a juggle, I suppose, isn't it?
Like I have had thoughts about having a year off, but I'll be honest, like many won't even know it, but I didn't really want to play after he was born
No.
in January. Like I was contemplating dropping out of the Welsh team, like,
Yeah.
not getting it all on the head for a bit while he was born. But Sophie forced me, so and she did. She was like, "You are playing whether you want or not." So
And you know what? I suppose looking back now, you're
yeah,
glad that she
literally
did that.
landed,
Yeah.
exactly. And
You know,
so-
you've got to have something to do, and there's nothing wrong with, it's about managing the time, isn't it? You know, the bedtime and the babysitters who's going to look after. You know, the local 16, 17-year-old little girl in the street who's going to make a little bit of pocket money from you, Mike, paying her for
who knows,
doing a bit of babysitting.
Only now his sleep's better, isn't it?
literally only now he's sleeping. So
Unless you're going to be carrying him down and
Yeah,
then...
you do. Put him on the side.
Yeah.
Put him on your back,
I
and you
done
bowl,
it in,
innit?
I done it outdoors. The first roll up outdoors, I was holding him, and she was on the side. I chucked the ball at me, just sick everywhere. Come on me. I was like, oh no, check him back.
Oh, no.
So there's advice. That if you've got them
No.
babies, don't take them on the bowling green. They're going to
The
be
ball
sick.
landed close, but it's sick all over me.
He's handsome boy, though, and he fair play to him.
Oh,
Look at
he's
him, he's
honestly
happy.
good.
But obviously, you know, it's been a little bit easier, obviously, now being outdoors. If Sophie's not playing, for you to just kind of almost carry on a little
Still
bit.
comes
You
mind everywhere. Still comes
know
to
she
all.
will. I know she will. She can't stay away, but she loves
I
bowls
enjoy
just as much as
watching.
you.
Literally.
But you know what? That's how it should be, isn't it? Because Rodri's born into a bowling family.
Yeah.
That's the way it
Two
is.
bowling families,
Well,
to be
two-
precise.
Yeah.
If you want
Two
to
bowling
split it
families,
in
yeah,
half.
you know. So he's born into a bowling family. You know, you don't play outdoors,
No.
but you're still going to go and watch and do what you normally would do on a
Yeah,
Saturday.
literally.
And he's part of that process now, and he's part of the family, and
Yeah.
he does the same thing as
Starting
like the-
young, innit?
Yeah.
Get used
The
to
away
it.
games now, they chuck the cars down, who's going away, who takes who, and I'm like, oh, I can't take anyone. I got Sophie and the baby with me, like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
she's coming.
So, but you know, I will tell you, 3.5 now. Our little junior Roy Martin Junior Academy. We got our little tigers. Our youngest is Deb's grandson, and I think he's 4 next week or close to
4,
being
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Couple of weeks.
So he's down and he's bowling, and he's actually
Yeah, but
bowling
they're
there.
not
So
going to take a trip down
we-
to Bridgend
yeah,
every
we'll have
Sunday.
the
15
young
minutes, we
young
have
brain.
It's not far.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
not
it's not
far.
far. We'll have the young Rodri brain down with us, and then you can't go to what's that place you play? Britain Ferry Steel Combined,
Oh,
isn't
the
it?
combine, yeah.
The combine.
Combine.
Yeah, and look at her smiling with a combine. So life is carrying on for him, boy.
Yeah.
It has flipped, man. It's crazy, like we say, and then like everyone asks, oh, how is it? But it's crazy how much it flips on its head, and it, like everything.
Well, there's always some small little thing that's going to come, get thrown at you at some point, and you're going to have plans, and then the plans are going to have to change last second.
Used to be
'cause-
late all the time anyway.
Yeah, now we're really
now we're really late. Like,
Well, we did
yeah.
realise because you were late. You were late today.
They were late for the podcast. However, you know, think about it. You're both playing at the top level. You're both representing your country. Okay, you're both going to play whatever you're going to play indoors. Okay. How many times are you going to play indoors in a week? So you're going to be
He's
playing
going
on
to
a
play
Saturday.
5 times a week. He is.
No.
You're going to be playing on a Sunday with the DJ League,
Well, on Saturday.
and Saturday.
We've got childcare, innit?
yeah, like, to be honest,
Grandparents.
like my father's he's not playing indoors this year. So like I've sort of said to him, well, even though you're not playing leagues, you'll be watching the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go watch the game, and you just bring Rodri along.
It
and
might
that's-
it might mean
Yeah.
us cutting down. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
That's
the
tough
evenings
bit,
are going to be
yeah.
the tough one,
The
isn't it?
evening
You know,
leagues
doing
are gonna
evening
suffer,
leagues is
innit?
going to be
Yeah,
the
a
little
little bit.
problem.
Yeah, I think there'll have to be one evening probably where they have him and we both play at the same time.
Yeah, that's
rather
probably
than
the
both at
best.
different evenings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to make a triple in a week, mate.
And then I suppose you'll have one other night separate where one's
Yeah.
home and the other. So you could end up playing at least three, 4 times.
Because I obviously want to talk about. It's a good segue for me. I wanted to speak to you, Mikey, specifically about playing with newer players. Because obviously we talked about the internal leagues. I started 2 years ago. And just so happened, me and Sean ended up on a Friday night having to play against you. And and you know, I tell everyone that you were great. Even though we got the first game we played, we got hammered. You were great. You know, you were giving all the advice. You were teaching me kind of different things, how to read stuff, and I kind of quickly took on to that. So what's it like for you? Obviously, you know, especially indoors, you probably do play with a lot of newer players in the internal leagues and kind of people who are obviously not quite the standard of playing for Wales. What was that like for you? Did you have to adapt to doing that? Was it hard to start, or was it just kind of natural for you to?
Do you mean like players coming into a rink like with me, or
No, just in general, playing against them, playing with them, yeah.
So we've got a couple of new guys now in the Fairy, funny enough. A couple are really nervous to play, which it does blow my mind because it's just a game of bowls to me. Like, it's one of them things. But I'm not saying I like to bring people on, but then sometimes take the it. So like, I think I said this to you a few times tonight. The first few games, you're not going to be great.
Yeah,
like, it don't matter. But then none of us were great at the start. It's a bit like learning to drive. You see a learner driver, people going mad. But then as the seasons go on, people get better, and the only way they're going to get better is by playing a game, jumping into the deep end. Yeah,
because you were quite supportive when I started, and you actually had me in your rink for quite a few Saturdays after that when I first started. And like I said,
be honest, there's talk. Like I remember a few times. Obviously, I selected a team. But there's talk. People going like, "Oh, do you want so and so with you?" I'm not saying you, but so and so with you because rink's a bit weak. Yeah. It's like, well, it's weak now, but then in a couple of weeks it could be. Yeah. You love the game.
You did all right.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what it is. Like,
did all right.
You want to say something there?
I say we always say we're having fun, though, innit?
Yeah, literally.
Like the new ones saying now, they go, "Oh, we lost. Is it because of me?" And I'm like, "Did you enjoy it?" Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah. And it is mad because people think, "Oh yeah, good players." Like I'd like to think we're good, but. So some people are scared and like, you're gonna have to play with him. But it's like, well, no, that's where you're gonna learn. Like we began once. Like I was a lead for someone once. I was crap.
Yeah, me.
I went crap.
I'm gonna check the time on that. Then I'm not gonna edit that one out.
but
this is bringing people on.
If you've got a photo of him leading, can you send it to me? I'll put it on.
Never.
But that was the thing with me. Obviously, is like, you know, I remember playing with Sean my first season, and we were losing, God, by 20 odd shots the first 5 weeks we played together, and then all of a sudden we played Laura. I remember one Friday we played Laura Daniels, Rhiannon Thompson. Yeah. And I think we only lost by 2 shots.
See, and that's massive. Like, even though you go from there going, oh, we lost by 2, like we're getting better.
And it only took food poisoning for us to beat you.
I can remember that.
Just say the way it is. You had the shits.
He left it. It was bad.
I remember chucking my balls up, running off.
Because you played with him that. Did you play? I think. I think Sophie played with you.
I didn't do the oyster.
I was on a mat. I had oyster. Oh man.
I remember you.
What month was that?
It was January.
Can
you tell you the date?
No,
like
11th.
Like the 15th, something like that.
It was bad.
Bad, man.
But then we played Reece Colwell. We played so many great players up at Talbot on the Fridays, and I remember, like you said, we got, as the season went on, we were getting closer and closer. I think we only won.
You do it there sometimes. Games, like there's some games where, like I like to think, and it's not like I carry a rink, but I can bring out the best in you. Yeah. And bring out the best in someone else. So if you might chuck the odd good bowl in, but it really helps the whole end.
But that's where it comes from, and this is why I wanted to ask you about it, because you were so supportive of me when I first started, and kind of, like I said, it was not about the bowls then. It was about, okay, what can I do for this young man to help play him, you know.
Lloyd's the same, like you try and bring him out to a shell.
You should see Lloyd at the moment, but Lloyd's been...
And that's it, like, eventually...
Lloyd's an outdoor bowler, I think. He's been phenomenal at this, yeah. Been phenomenal, to be fair.
Same with Reece Colwell, like going back, Reece was quiet when he in the indoors. Me and him played a lot. We both won the Welsh.
Well, I'm led to believe that Reece is the on tour is the one to watch out for.
He's a bit of a character now, isn't he?
Yeah. And he only drinks Coke.
7 Up.
But
he was so quiet, like when we first joined, and now he is like out of his shell, and that's what it is. Like I always thank him for when I won the Welsh singles, because we played. You say about me playing a lot now.
They used to play
every night, first at 21. We'd even play a league game on a Monday and play first at 21 straight after the league game. It was incredible.
Yeah. And obviously, you know, your Saturdays the last couple of years have been a little bit different to Sophie's Sundays in terms of, obviously, you still got your men's and technically your women's league with the DJ league, even though you can have males play?
In both,
Yeah,
yeah.
in
I
both.
played in the DJ.
Yeah. You know, because obviously Port Talbot last year we had to fight to stay up, and it took to the last. We were safe.
Yeah.
The last 2 games we end up, you know, winning against Cannon at home to stay up, almost guaranteed to stay up. Then with our last game. However, I will ask Sophie about this now with Rodri wanting to
Yeah.
chime in a bit. What's been like for you in terms of the Sunday league? Because obviously Port Talbot have had some very strong players. I mean, you've got Jodie, you've got Sarah, Deb, yourself, Sarah, Beth Russ, all at some point, and a
we
few
probably
more that I
missed some
probably
out there
missed.
as well, yeah.
All of them at some point have been capped for Wales.
Yeah, no, like DJ, it's nothing something I've really played as well for the last couple of years. It's more championship that I've been playing. Like obviously we've got some really great players playing in it, but then you do unfortunately have other clubs that don't have.
quite.
Yeah, so for me, playing the championship has definitely like improved my game personally.
Yeah.
Like it is a different level compared to the DJ. So obviously it depends what goes. I know we have won it for the last couple of years, but I know it's nothing like I haven't played one game to help them out when they would think there was like the annual EGM outdoors. But yeah, unfortunately, like other clubs, then it's not as competitive. I don't think then as standard then as the championship.
Yeah, because you look at, you know, the indoor league, especially DJ, you've probably got all of the best players playing for Port. I mean, we've got Laura Daniels. I mean, that's an obvious one. You know, you're probably playing with the talent rather than against it at times. And obviously for the men, we got talent, but there's a lot of talent on the other ones as well, isn't there? Especially rinks wise.
Like, to be honest, if a lot of them women were available for the championship,
they'd be playing.
Yeah, exactly. And
They'd
that's the
be playing.
difference,
Let's not cut it short, but
They
they'd
exactly,
probably be playing.
How could you not pick somebody like
and that's what
so
happened
Laura-
to Newport.
Laura Daniels,
Like in
you know?
Newport now, they don't play DJs much anymore. Amy Williams, the Parkwards, they're not playing on a Saturday now.
Yeah.
So like they faded away a bit, Newport, but they were the ones against Batal, but or Earlswood when the girls were in Earlswood as well for a bit. So it was always them on Newport winning all the time.
Always, yeah. Because then back then you had obviously Hannah Thomas now, Clarkey, Hannah Clark playing. So if she can come back as well, that'll be. I'll show her
Is that a little plug for it? Get back bowling.
we are on to her.
Get
we
back
would
bowling.
love to have her back.
Like I've been on both ends of it in Batalbot as well. So like we went down years ago. You obviously, I don't think you were there then. We went down just before COVID and went back up just before COVID as well. So like players leave, players come.
Well, this is going to be my 3rd season indoor this year.
Flies by, doesn't it?
It's, it has. It has. It's funny. It's ridiculous how quickly things can kind of steamroll a little bit, you know. Go on again.
He's kicking off.
I'm sure Lloyd would love to have him, you know.
Lloyd. Lloyd's great with kids. You'd be surprised.
He is good with kids.
But
well, we're not going to keep you too long because
But-
fair play to him. He's been super good.
But you know, in terms of how quickly
He
it's
said
gone,
to
obviously,
watch bowl for 4 hours. He's all right.
you know, you talk about it with loads of people. It's like stay lead for as long as you can. Well, last year for Talbot, you know, unfortunately I had to play 3 a couple of times, you know, last year, and then even outdoor this year I've played 3 for Bridget. You know, and reality is as much as it's probably going to affect my bowls short term,
You've had to
to.
play in as well. Like if you play in a lot, you can sort of get away with it. It doesn't really make a difference. Like I people probably don't believe me. I say it all the time, and obviously I say it to Sophie, so I know it's true. If I could play lead all the time, I probably would.
Most people
Like,
would.
I'd
Most
love it.
people would too. To be
not
fair,
saying it's easy, but
we asked Carl.
it's
Carl
like,
Wood said the same thing. He said, "I'd love to be on
love
that."
to be on a mat all
Love
the
to
time,
be on
and
a
that's the trouble with like Welsh bowls. Say we got our best players
Jumping back a lot.
jumping
Too
back.
soon.
Yeah, well, no, like let's say Carl now, he'd be happy to play lead. He'd done a good job skipping last year, mind. But then if he was on the mat all the time for the club, which is impossible, he'd be untouchable as a lead.
You know, outdoor, I think in Llandod he just went and he played eight disciplines and he won 8 out of 8. You know, that is a phenomenal record. He's had such a, you know,
and he had the 1v1 Jamie Walker again after losing, and he beat him in the second time.
He's had a phenomenal 2 years, and he, you know, we talked to him about some sponsorship stuff, and you know, and he didn't get sponsored by anybody, and he's probably
crazy, isn't it?
It is madness, you know. If he was in England,
he'd be sponsored by now.
Sponsored by now.
There'll be people
100%.
jumping.
That's the thing, like we say about Ross in it all the time. Like for me, like Ross is true professional, like unbelievable player. Like got loads of respect for Ross, but then Carl for what he's doing the last 2 years, it's like I'm not saying he's come out of nowhere because he's always been a really good player, but like.
No, we talked about it in the podcast.
We mentioned, the last 12, 18 months he's been at the pinnacle of Welsh bowls, isn't he?
Like, no,
That's the reality. He's won both Welsh indoor-outdoor singles titles.
And he's quite a quiet and assuming sort of person. He just goes by his business and just, it's lovely.
And to be honest, that is a good thing about Welsh bowlers. So like, I think you look at a lot of the English ones, you look at them, don't even know whether I can speak to some of these people. But all the boys in Welsh bowls, brilliant. I go up to have a chat with them, and like, even if you're a new player. I remember Ross when it was Jack Evans giving him his medal. I think in one game in Clethley, and for him, Jack, he probably landed. And he
well, obviously we had Ross early on the podcast. He's been a friend of ours ever since. Like, he's done a bit of work for signage at the club, and he's he's in touch. And no matter where you are, or you'll always have a sit down and have a conversation with you. You know, whether it's 5-10 minutes, whatever he can give you, he will. And like I said, I think Ross, to be as good as he is, but also to be as nice as he is, so sometimes it can be quite hard. But it's, to be fair to him, he's.
We're going to do something different. We're going to just ask, what's the next thing for you both in the bowls? What is it? Just keeping going as you are?
another one on the way.
Absolutely not.
Another boy or girl? You're going to go for a girl, are you?
We don't know, rush, man.
But bowls wise, you're just going to carry on. It's still obviously looking international caps for you, so
still continue.
Yeah, because you look like the driven one.
She's the boss, man.
You look
the cat's come.
I think he thinks it's Toby.
Oh, the cat's.
He loves him. Loves the cat. Yeah.
And what about for you, Mikey?
I wouldn't say I'm not driven, like I am, but I think priorities just changed. Like people, like over the last year since I knew we were having him, I just dropped everything. Like I used to do a lot of admin stuff. I'm obviously done Patal, but just dropped it all. Outdoors, dropped it all. The only thing I'm back doing now is with the British website and stuff. So it's just clean slate and eggs. I suffer a bit with panic attacks myself. Like a lot of people don't know, which is mad. So I struggle sometimes to even play, like turn up and play. Yeah. So it's just managing everything and just ploughing on.
Yeah, but little man helps, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Yeah,
like
it's a change of your life.
This year, I used to lose games. Like if I lost in the county singles, I'd come off. I'd be seething.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk to me for a week. I come off now, and it's like.
It doesn't matter, you know.
It really, and people probably think you're lying, but it doesn't. Like she does, it's doing her head. I come off now.
You were thinking, have I married?
Oh, he'd be moaning for weeks and weeks, and I was like, it's one less game. I'm like, who are you?
I'm just literally, it's mad.
I get to spend more time with the little man, eh?
It's crazy how it changes everything.
Yeah,
we had a wedding yesterday, and I turned to her halfway through, and I went, I said, I miss him, mate.
Do you have a night away?
No.
I was just going to count 9 months from now. That's all.
So I guess we'll forgo the driving question.
No, I was going to actually say to finish with the driving question.
Well, we'll finish, but I do want to ask one more important question, and it is an important question, and this is probably the most important question you'll answer all evening or afternoon, if you will. How long are we waiting until the young man has some bowls in his hand?
He's already had them. He's going to tell you.
He hasn't. No, I don't think I've ever handed my bowl to him.
Well, no, he's really little.
I meant getting him on somewhere there.
As soon as he's walking, as soon as he can pick up a jack, he'll be chucking 5 jacks up.
Get him drawing already, is it, boy?
I always joke about him playing darts, something with a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what we say. Do something with a bit of money. Don't do what we are doing.
Yeah.
Be a little darts player.
Get him into darts or golf or
golf.
Yeah.
What else?
No one half decent golf coach, you'd be alright.
Well, it's hard to find these days.
Now that I'm gone, there's none in Wales. There's no more good golf coaches. I didn't say that. Right, so we'll end with driving questions.
Let's end with driving questions.
It's a new one for us. But driving questions, you know the drill. Is 5 quick questions. You haven't seen. Come on, you've got to watch the podcast.
You haven't watched the podcast.
No, there we go. We just
thrown him.
He hasn't watched.
He won't even watch this
one.
It,
man.
Gotta watch Bluey all the time.
Rodri, come on. That's first words. I want your first words.
Driving questions is 5 quick questions, quick answer. Some bowls related, some non-bowls related. I think the last one was there for my entertainment only. So wait till that one. But you guys ready? Oh wait. First off, we'll have Mikey answer first. Yep. And then we'll have Sophie answer after.
Yeah.
And then Rodri can maybe chime in for one if he's willing to. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so first question is, what woods do you use?
Taylor International size 3.
Drake's Pride. Professional size 3.
Number 2, the funniest bowls interaction you've had.
Oh. Quick fire, mine. You got to make us think. Bowls
Well,
interaction.
Sophie's got a load of time to think now.
Well, she don't know what interaction means.
Oh, she does. She does.
Funniest interaction.
Funny.
Or just a funny one, didn't
Man, that's a tough one, isn't it? We had a bowl. This is a bit of a story, mine, so it's not a quick fire. That's the issue. We had, when I was playing carpet bowls with Reece Colwell.
Oh, this is not funny. This is
We
fuming.
got time for a little quick story.
Let's
time?
we'll
Don't mind breaking it,
check.
lads.
Yeah, we'll check
Honestly,
the
it's
driving.
brilliant. So this is when me and Reece like played singles all the time. We were on the Xbox playing games. There was one night with his parents, where he's in the house on his own, and on the Xbox, he's gone off a few times to check on something. I said, Reece, look, do you want us to come over? I said, me and Alex will come
What was
over.
this, 2018, 2019?
Yeah. So we went over, stayed in his house with him, playing carpet bowls, chilling. Didn't tell anyone we were going, didn't tell Sophie, didn't tell my parents. Up left in the car. And we woke up, phone's dead. Everyone's ringing us, isn't it? Where are you? No cars in the house. I think we're dead. Sophie's charging over to my stake to see where we are. And well, we were just chilling in Reese's house, literally sleeping till about midday. So it was like,
Playing carpet
honestly,
bowls.
like Mikey's sister rang us and was like, I think
they're
Mikey and Alex are dead. And we were like, what do you mean? Well, the car's gone. No answer. So I'm obviously driving over. She's ringing like the police, ringing the hospitals. They were literally so
Oh,
close
man,
to
it
being
was
missing
bad.
people, and they just laughed in our
I
face.
charged
probably
my
the
phone. I charged my phone. I had a load of messages. Like, oh, what's going on here? Rang Sophie.
I was fuming.
Hysterical. Like, it was bad.
We all thought he was dead.
That's just boys
Because
being
we lived
boys,
apart.
man. So
Oh,
Because we lived apart, I didn't go over their house for about 2 weeks.
and then he laughed.
you wait till it happens and he stays out for his first night.
That'd be me, yeah. But that was probably the funniest ever bowls related moment.
I don't think it was funny.
I know you didn't.
No.
Have you got one?
No, I don't think so.
Funny bowls interaction.
know.
Okay.
It's a tough one, that is.
Go on.
I know.
We'll move on then. Number 3 is your go-to snack.
Or whilst playing.
No, just go-to
Ah.
snack anytime.
Ooh.
This is a non-bowls related
Oh, I have
question.
foodies.
Man, we love food. There's too many snacks.
Well, name a few then.
Right now is Ben and Jerry's fishy food. I'm loving
Oh,
that bit of
heavy,
ice
you
cream.
know.
Otherwise, it's
Jaffa cakes.
Jaffa cakes, man.
Jaffa cakes.
Jaffa cakes.
That's both of us, look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 4, your favourite holiday destination.
Montenegro. I don't know if I said it right, but
Montenegro.
Montenegro.
We do love a cruise. We go
Yeah.
to quite a few different places, but I do like Italy.
That's my place I want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
beautiful.
want to spend 3
And
weeks.
food.
I don't
Food,
like
yeah.
food.
Oh,
No?
yeah. Charles, we were all
Come on, you didn't believe him then,
Where's
did
the
you?
snacks?
we were open for like plate, like Gogglebox, plate of biscuits.
No.
Come on, man.
Makes too much noise in the mic.
We haven't eaten
We've
today.
had Rodri eat it.
That's true. I'll give you a bag of crisps for the road home, is it? And last question, and again, this is for my entertainment. Who is the best bowler in the house?
It's me.
It's Mikey.
You were going to say Mikey.
I always admit it. He puts the hours in.
She's more natural. I've got
I
to
can't.
play.
I am one of those people who hate practicing. I'd rather a game where he can literally be there for hours on end. And yeah, it's Mikey. I
That
know.
hurt. That hurt a bit, didn't it?
It did.
There we are then. You heard it first. Breaking news.
Not breaking news.
It'll be Rodri maybe one day.
One day.
And maybe Rodri one day.
Well,
Right?
if he follows in the footsteps of all the family, he's got a good
that's
chance,
true.
hasn't he? He's got a good chance.
He's half and half. He should be all right.
Okay. Can I just say to the three of you, it's been a pleasure. It's been fun. It was a
Yeah.
good laugh.
Cheers, both. Yeah. Pleasure to come on.
For if you're listening and there's a couple of little things gone wrong, it is tough.
life.
It's just
We've
life.
had our youngest ever podcast.
How old
guest
is he?
today.
How old is he?
7 months on
There
Sunday.
we are.
7 months Sunday, so 6 months and
3 weeks, that is, but
Oh, come on. The maths.
what's Friday?
Oh,
Sunday.
cut
Wouldn't be
that
3
part
weeks.
out.
It'd be more
3
than
weeks and a
that.
bit.
6 months and 29 days.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, watching. If you like what we're doing, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, and we'll catch you next time.
Yep, thank you all.
Thank you.
Both. Pleasure.
Thank